In this note, I'm going to touch on a very touchy subject. How to get out of the mess. How to get out. Now, in order, we have to deal with where we're at in order to find our way back. Okay, where are we? We're in opposite world. Whatever your subliminal main thought is, you're going to keep finding out that things have been flipped backwards, inside out, upside down. You're going to find out your whole programming is based on this. And okay, I'll give you examples. Look at it. Backmasking. Reverse engineering. The condition is called oppositis. It's the name I gave it. It's when you do the opposite of your intentions. You say you will, but you don't. You say you won't, but you do. In your mind, you find out you're supposed to be a king, but in this life, you're a slave. You can pretty much guess how things are supposed to be just by realizing this fact. Women are supposed to be taking the lead on a lot of things. Why? Because in this world, men have the lead in everything. And it's opposite world. Do you understand? Those on top supposed to be on the bottom, and those on the bottom supposed to be on top, and those over here supposed to be over there, and those over there supposed to be over here. It's not all exact opposites. It's upside down. It's inside out. Do you understand? Sometimes it's cut in half, and half is omitted. Like you're supposed to be even-handed, but you're inside a program that is making you right-handed. The doorknobs are carefully placed in a certain way. Everything is positioned and designed for right-handed people. Wrong. Look at the doorknob. All doors aren't designed for right-handed people. Some doors you must reach with your left. Do you understand how you turn the pages of a book and what hand you use to do it with? Do you understand which direction you write and that it's from left to right? Now look at your natural impulses. Go grab a book or a magazine. Why are you impulsed to flip it over to the back and flip through it that way? Why is it more comfortable for you? Why do you automatically do that? You look through the front and you flip it over and you go through it the other way. Backwards, as they call it. Look at the most famous, most popular dance, the moonwalk. What is that? You understand? You got reverse dancing out now. The coolest scene in a car movie is when they hit it in reverse. Do you see your conditioning about reverse? And that subliminally, it has you operating contrary and opposite to your will. So you're sitting there scratching your head saying, hey, I really want to do this, but I can't. I really want to stop doing this, but I can't. When there is nothing stopping you but will. There is no brick wall. There are no chains. There's no army of people with guns trained on you. There's nothing, absolutely nothing stopping you. except something that has been planted in your mind. And that's the only place it has to be in order to stop you. You can't move without thinking. So why put chains on your legs? Or put a boundary up in front of you when all I have to do is put one in your mind. Put a chain on your brain. Put a block in your mind, in your mental. Okay, enough illustrating what opposite and reverse means. Okay? Here we are. This is where we're at. How, which way is out? I'm going to show you a trick. It keeps you from falling. If you ever find yourself leaning forward or falling, here's how you get out of it. Jump backwards with all of your might. Up and back. Don't think about it. Do it. You don't have time. You're falling. And what will happen is you won't jump up and backwards. You will come up straight. It's called compensating. You are falling forward to jump up and backwards is the counter. Only serious martial artists know this. I'm serious. Those and stuntmen. Regular you are off balance and can't regain balance once it's lost. You fall. These people practice falling. What comes next is how to keep from falling. It's just a byproduct. They practice getting hit. What comes next is how to avoid getting hit. It's a byproduct. You don't even have to try. It comes out itself. So reverse, opposite, straighten up. So what we want to do is jump up and back. The main thing with backwards or reverse or opposite is you're off purpose and you're insane. Okay? You're trying to walk in the air instead on the ground. It's handicapping to make you one-handed. And here's the clincher behind it all, and the whole opposite. Someone didn't want you to use a whole portion of your brain. That's why they made you one-sided. What's in that other portion that they don't want you to use? All the powers that you see me demonstrating is in the part of your brain that someone has cut off and put a chain on. That controls your left hand. Do you understand? I shouldn't be saying brain, but there's an organ in your head that is not being used. It's like operating on one lung. You're only going to have half the wind. Operating on one kidney. You understand? So you have all these organs in your head. And there are several of them that you're not using. You're trained not to use them. It becomes a favoritism, not just one hand, but a prone foot and a prone eye, and then disproportionate crooked people. It's like having a cast on one leg and one arm, limping all the time. If you only had a broken leg, you could see this. What it's like to limp on one leg all the time, and how it causes misdevelopment, overdevelopment on one side, and lack of development on the other side. You can see that, right, with a broken leg when limping. One leg becomes stronger and one leg becomes weak. Then why you can't see it being right-handed, that your left arm is becoming weak and atrophy is sitting in, and that Your right arm is becoming deformed and overformed, overdeveloped. You gotta break one of your arms to see this. What's wrong with being one-sided or right-handed or prone to one eye and one leg? It has serious consequences and side effects. And that was the intention of those who wrote this program. For them to have abilities you don't. That it takes some of yours away. Because we're all born with the same. In order to feel elite or above you, you had to be handicapped. The thing was, with this whole charade is, there weren't so many people at the time they made the plan. The plan was not made for this many people to contain a world this large or to operate. It doesn't work. It's falling apart at the seams. It's just not working. It worked for them back then. Oh, they had power on lock. But it's not working now for anyone. This threatens all our lives. These people are dead and gone. And they put in place a system to keep them gods forever. Who are in there worshiping the dead. Okay? See all them faces on the money you worship? They're all dead people. All dead people. I'm trying to be the first alive president actually on money. You know, hey, you gotta go for something. Like I said, we need this. We need a rock star president. You hear the constant train. When does a train beep that much and that constant? How long must it stay in play? And how many trains come back to back like that? And how come there wasn't a sound for hours before I started speaking? But as soon as I started speaking, there was this constant sound in the background. Do you know you can be brainwashed behind a sound? That all these words I'm saying to you can be hidden inside of a hiss or a motor, and that someone could be putting all this stuff in your head and you wouldn't even notice. You just think it's noise. Beware of background noise. Beware of all sounds. Beware of all sights, especially sights that move. That is the nature of hypnosis. Okay? Swinging watch. Spinning patterns. Beware of anything that moves. So we undo it this way. We unlock all those organs in the head that aren't being used, and it will naturally come to pass. Like, hey, I don't think I'll practice writing with my right hand. I don't think I'll work on my left leg. Let me cover this eye up. Tired of it being the weak eye. On and on and on. It just becomes natural once these things are activated. There's no one-sidedness. There's no opposite. Okay? You can see the right way. Okay? You stop saying crazy, insane sentences like shut up. There's nothing that I know of that shuts upward. Everything shuts down and to the side. Nothing shuts upward. When I give you this, I guess it's the illusion that your jaw closes upwards. You know, that's not what's happening. And the concept of shut up, subliminally, is doing you damage. All these erroneous concepts, the useless words, are doing you damage. It's like throwing a wrench inside of an engine. It's just banging around in there, tearing up things. It has no purpose. It's a hunk of metal in there messing up the works. That's what useless thoughts are. and you can't get them out. So we're going to show you what to do about them. Just stick with us. We're the SPS, the Self-Preservation Society, and so are you. Everyone is one of the ones. Everyone is an individual. Everyone is an I. And everything we're doing is for worthy causes. And it's not a racial thing. It's not an American thing. We're the servants of all. It's not even a human thing. It's about saving the world. Sigh. Save yourself. You don't have to worry about the whole world. Save you. And if everyone does that, we'll all be saved. Sounds too simple, huh? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. All the answers, all the solutions are too simple. So, evil made complications, complicatedness. You can't see the little simple things for the complicatedness. We broke through. And it's almost laughable that the answers and solutions almost take no effort at all. None. No big plan, no trillion-dollar moves, none of this. Simple things like stop. It don't take any muscles. It doesn't take college education. It doesn't take any equipment or special training to stop. It doesn't take any brain power. It doesn't take any money. You understand? And you've been painted an illusion that it is the hardest thing in the world to do. You need a 12-step program in an institution. No. You don't need anything to do it. So will. It's less than a whim. A whim takes more effort and more thought. This is the opposite of will. To not will is what it is. It's the opposite of movement. To nothing. To not. That stop.